Hey, welcome to Set the Hook with Pat Rose, coming to you from Chattanooga, Tennessee, God's country, if you will. Hey, listen, if you see the military, veterans, firefighters, police officers, EMTs out, walk up, shake their hand, tell them thank you, they deserve that. And as Camden always says, we are legit. And now, our national anthem. Hey, let me introduce to you our first guest. Now, he is part owner with his dad of Hook 360, and we'll explain what Hook 360 is as we go along, and you'll understand. Brent Diaz. Brent, how you doing this morning, and welcome to Set the Hook with Pat Rose, man.
Doing well, and honored to be on here with you.
Hey,
with you guys.
Glad to have you on, and you know what? I discovered you guys through the internet and through Facebook and through Instagram, you guys making posts, and I think you had liked one of my Texas Hippie Coalition posts, so I had to reach out to you, brother.
Well, one of the things here at Hook 360 is we got a Spotify playlist that, we like to share the music we like. So, always looking for new music. So came across them and, how to check them out.
Oh, cool, man. Now, Brent, man, Hook 360, I love what you're doing. I love what Hook 360 stands for. Tell us what Hook 360, for the guys that don't know, that are listening at home, tell us what's going on at Hook 360.
So Hook 360 is a outdoor apparel company, and we are offering premium outdoor apparel. From vented performance shirts to bandanas to hats to board shorts, stainless steel straws. But behind all of that is our constant mission for conservation and putting the outdoors first. My dad and I were a little bit appalled at a lot of brands who love to support, make money from the outdoors, but are not really supporting the outdoors. So from day one, we've been a member of 1% for the Planet. We've shipped all of our premium outdoor apparel in only recycled paper. You'll never get a shirt wrapped in plastic. You'll never get a one of those poly bags, that you get from some of the big boys. And every single order that is purchased, a portion of that order supports coral reef conservation. So for us is, hey, we want to enjoy the outdoors with some great gear, but we also want to support the outdoors and make sure that there's plenty of fish in the lakes and the rivers and the sea for us to keep on doing what we like to do.
And man, if you would, you guys, now what part of Florida are you from?
South Florida. I mean, we are based out of Fort Lauderdale.
Right. And you guys are on the ocean a lot now. Tell our listeners, we're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We come to Panama City and Destin and Mexico Beach to vacation, have 3 or 4 days off, maybe not get out in the ocean, but tell us what's so important about keeping that coral reef alive. I know, but just I want to hear it from you and school our listeners.
So yeah, I mean, coral reef, it is the foundation of our planet, of the ocean. So coral reef, it produces not only a shelter for a lot of marine life to live, but it produces millions of pounds of food off of that from the
Oh
marine life that
man,
live in there, and
yes,
turtles going in there and eating fish, and big sharks and squid, everything bounces right off of the coral reef ecosystem. And so for us, if we want to still have tuna, if we want to have
yeah,
tarpon fishing and snapper and mahi fishing and all that stuff, well, our coral reef have to be healthy because they live and base their life off of that, as we do ourselves. So it's only going to help us. So the Coral Restoration Foundation is the largest coral reef restoration organization in the world.
wow,
Right now, last year they planted about a little over 3,000 various species of coral reef across the reef tract from the Keys to Isla Morada to Key West. So they're doing unbelievable work, and to see a healthy reef
wow.
bed and fish flourishing, it's a blessing.
Right, man. And you tell that story and you tell it what it's all about. It's the same deal, on Lake Chickamauga up here with the grass. We got to have the grass
Yep.
for the bass to strive, for them to have food to eat, man. Now, the company was founded by you and your father, and I
Yep.
love that, man. That reminds me of Camden and I so much. With your relationship with your dad, that's tight and cool. How did it come about, man? Were you guys just sitting in the living room one day watching football and say, "Hey, Dad, let's do this"? How'd it come about?
So, yeah, I mean, my whole life, I got two brothers, and my dad was always taking all of us out, fishing,
Very cool.
camping, to up to North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee to go whitewater kayaking. Always there was always nature involved in our life in some sense, a few trips a year. And so we had got an order from another apparel company a few years back who is, actually, pretty big in the outdoor world.
Uh huh.
And it was a shirt wrapped in plastic, wrapped in another plastic, and so it was just really disheartening,
Ooh.
And my parents and my grandparents had a clothing factory back down in the 80s, and they would do some bulk orders for like Levi's and stuff while they were waiting for the overseas orders to come in. So clothing business has kind of been in my family, for quite a bit of time,
Right.
and we thought, hey, you know what? I think we can do something here. And I've been doing marketing for quite a bit and came up with a logo that I was proud of. And we developed the mission and said, let's do this. Let's give people premium gear that we like and that is quality, and let's put it in recycled packaging. So we tell people, hey, take the clothes out of the packaging, bury it in the ground. In 4 weeks, that paper is going to be gone.
But I'm gonna tell you what. And I want to tell you a story, and I told it to you yesterday, but I've been meaning to tell my listeners. We go to a place up here. My son and I, Camden. He's a drummer. He's a guitar player, and he sings. Now, if I don't get through this, I tell you what. Let's do this. Let me tell this story on our next segment. Brent, can you stay with us?
Absolutely.
All right, man. You've been listening to Set the Hook with Pat Rose. Let me give a shout out to some of the sponsors that make Set the Hook with Pat Rose possible each week. Genesis Gym, Trenton, Georgia. Wired to Fish. Wired the number 2 fish.com. Towboat US, Lake Chickamauga. Colonial Chemical Company, colonialchem.com. Duckett Fishing, BD Baits, Gunnersville, Alabama. Dan's Prop Shop, Soddy Daisy, Tennessee. Power Pole, Shallow Water Anchors, Kudzu Cove Rental Cabins, Fish Dayton, Basstown, USA, Reese Tire, Somerville, Georgia, The Rod Glove, X Zone Lures, 10OC LEDs, LEDs for your boat. And we would like to welcome a new sponsor that helps make Set the Hook with Pat Rose possible each week as well. Hook 360 Premium Outdoor Apparel and Accessories that gives back. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Set the Hook with Pat Rose. We're talking to Brent Diaz. I love saying that, Brent Diaz. From Hook 360 down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I was telling a story, Brent, and it relates to you guys. Like I said, me and Camden, we go to Songbird's Guitar Museum, and what Songbird's is a vintage guitar museum plus a music venue. They got a 150-person venue up top and about a 500 to 850 person venue down below. And we go there all the time, and I was standing at the bar, and no, I do not drink. I was having Diet Coke on the rocks. But we were standing there at the bar waiting on the guys to do sound check. We're privy to the sound check with all the bands, so we're cool. And this girl was putting up, adult beverages in the little cooler, and she would take, what are those things called, Jason, that holds the beverages all together, about 6 of them, that little plastic deal?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
little tray thing.
Yeah. And it's plastic. And she was taking scissors and cutting them up. And I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "We do this to all of them." And I guess Johnny and him understand. Johnny's the president of Songbirds. I guess Johnny and him understands, if you're out in a boat and you see stuff like that it could hurt, the aquatic life. It could hurt the whatever life running around and get tangled up. So I thought that was cool for Songbirds to do that, man.
No, it's great. I mean, any company that's taken, at least one step forward, that's one step in the right direction,
That's it. That is it, man. Let me ask you this. Do you guys, how long you been in business now?
We just celebrated this month our first year.
Very good. Now, do you guys get out and do any trade shows down your way or anything?
Yeah, I mean, we've been to a few events. We went to ICAST in Orlando this year and had a great time. Meeting lots of wonderful people. And we've been to a few fishing events and tournaments in the area in South Florida. But mainly had kind of stayed in the area so far.
What I want to do, we've been doing this 13 years in January, about 600 shows in the bag. What I want to do is introduce this thing to the bass pros at FLW, at BASS, and Major League Fishing, man, and get the message to them. I guarantee you they'll jump on it in a heartbeat.
That would be an honor. I mean, seeing some of those guys at ICAST, like Gerald and some of these guys,
sure.
I mean, it was very cool, kind of surreal to see, some of these, big time anglers close up.
Now, did you get to talk to Gerald or anybody?
No, I mean, nothing besides a handshake and, a nice to meet you kind of deal. All those guys were pretty busy, so we tried to, be respectful and, say hello and kind of, let them continue on with their day.
I guarantee you, if you'd have said, Gerald, how you doing, brother? Y'all would have been in about a 30-minute conversation. He's that type of guy, man. Cool dude. Cool dude.
Yeah.
Now you have a pro staffer there named Benton Fogelman. Can we talk to Benton for a bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Benton, welcome to Set the Hook, brother. Now, are you a tournament angler? What do you do for the company?
I am a tournament angler, yes, and I try to fish as much as possible with my work schedule, with my crazy life. I am a deputy sheriff for our county out here in Missouri.
Oh, thank you for what you do, brother.
Small babies.
Oh, and the small baby deal. I get that, man.
Now I've got a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Oh, how cool, brother. I don't know if you heard me or not, but thank you for what you do, man. We respect you guys. Now, do you fish bass tournaments or, what do they call them in deep sea? Are they deep sea tuna tournaments or whatever?
the deep sea fishing tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in North Carolina,
Okay.
fishing off the coast and fishing freshwater. I never fished any saltwater tournaments.
Gotcha.
I do know that they have a huge, big king mackerel tournament that goes out of, I believe it's Wilmington, North Carolina. They go out of there every, I believe it's twice a year. They have a huge, huge, big tournament. But my dad had me in the woods and had me on the lake probably every day and every chance he had, and I actually fell in love with the game and the competitiveness of it. He had me fishing tournaments when I was probably 6 years old. And then I joined the Air Force. I did 8 years active duty. Uncle Sam moved me out here to Missouri. And then one of my good buddies called me up last year and said, "Hey, have you heard about Hook 360?" I said, "No." So I looked them up, did some research on them, found out what they were all about. Absolutely loved their mission.
Yes.
As an outdoorsman, we always want to give back to the environment that we're taking in, that we're soaking up every moment. We want to give back to preserve it for, now in my situation with my kids, I want it to be there for them when they get older enough and can enjoy the outdoors and everything else. And I, I called Brett, and me and him probably talked the first day for about 2 hours, and
Oh, I
I've
know,
been with
man.
him ever since. So I mean, his mission at Hook 360 is awesome. And out here in Missouri, for me being just a little small town guy, I'm trying to help him get his message out and get his brand out. Hopefully one day I'll be standing elbow to elbow with Gerald Swindle and Kevin Van Dam and
Heck
everybody
yeah,
else
brother.
holding a sack of fish.
Heck yeah, that would be cool, man. That would be cool. Hey, Benton, if you would, tell our listeners how we can keep up with Benton Fogelman, and I hope I pronounced your name right, Benton Fogelman, and hit your sponsors as well.
Yeah, I've got Instagram and Facebook. It's Benton Fogelman Fishing on Instagram, and then Benton Fogelman Tournament Angler on Facebook.
Cool.
I'm hoping for next year we have a big Missouri solo tour out here. So I'm kind of hoping to get into it. And then just kind of gradually make my way into the BFLs and maybe the
Love it.
BASS Opens, and hopefully one day either on the Bassmaster Trail or MLF or the FLW Trail.
And
But
I'm gonna
it's
tell you
slow.
I'm gonna tell you something. What we're gonna do? We're gonna keep up with you. We did this when. Do you remember? Have you ever heard of Brandon Card?
Yes.
He is a Bassmaster Elite Series pro, and I got a hold of him. He actually had a manager back when he was fishing high school, and we got a hold of him in the 12th grade when he was about to graduate and go to Kentucky. So we kept up with him all these years and seen his progress. And if you don't mind, that's what I'd like to do with you. Would that be okay?
Absolutely. That would be awesome.
Now, what that insists of is just we'll call you every a couple months or something, just check in, hey, what's going on, and we're going to hopefully make a segment out of some Hook 360 stuff, because I love the message, the mission statement, and
Oh yeah.
you can't overstress that enough. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, the mission and the message that Hook 360 has is awesome. I got lucky and I've got on with Bass Pro Shops here in Columbia as one of their local pro staff guys.
Very good.
So really, I have Bass Pro Shops and Hook 360 is two of my big sponsors, and I'm always engaged with the guys in Bass Pro here in Columbia. I'm trying to get Hook 360 on the shelves, or at least get them to help me promote them in some sort of way.
I got you, buddy. I got you. And let's get Brent back on the phone. Brent, if you would,
Yeah.
tell our listeners, man, how we can keep up with Brent Diaz, and tell them about Hook 360, and let's go from there, brother.
Yeah, so hook360.com. You can find our news. You can find all of our products. You can find videos on hook360.com, and then across the board, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of that. It's just Hook360. So that can search it and find it. And listen, I always, like I tell everyone, and Benton's a great example. We're a family. There's no customers here. We're a family.
Cool, brother.
Pat's in the family, Benton's in the family. So join the family and keep growing with us.
Oh, cool, buddy. Hey, pleasure having you on today, man. Let's do this again soon. And thanks for supporting Set the Hook, brother.
Awesome. No, thank you guys. We're honored.
All right.
Yeah, Pat. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys letting me come on with you guys today. One big thing that I want to throw in there, I've been in the fishing game for a long time. I've had all these companies I went to, bought shirts, everything else.
Right.
When I got hooked up with Brett has been the only person to have actually called me after I've got every single order to make sure, one, it was right, and two, if I even liked it.
Cool.
The customer service that you get, you really get a very good connection with the actual owner himself. It's not some recorded line. It's not one of his servers. It's Brett Diaz calling you saying, hey, I want to make sure everything's right, everything's to your satisfaction.
That's cool, guys. Hey, thanks for being on Set the Hook, all right?
Thank you.
All right. You've been listening to Set the Hook with Pat Rose. We'll be back with Major League Fishing Bass Pro Mark Davis in a minute.
Some days you're living,
the tournament day is underway. You've got a couple good ones in the live well, and it's only 8:30. But how's the weather in your live well? It might be a perfect start to the day, but as hours pass, conditions change. That's when more anglers turn to the VT2 live well ventilation system by New Pro products. Live wells are a trap for higher temperatures and harmful gases. And while interval aeration is a good start, it pulls power that's already stretched from trolling, sonar, and more. The VT2 is double trusted to protect against the natural triple threat: heat buildup, oxygen deprivation, and detrimental metabolic gases. VT2 allows continuous oxygen flow. It's an escape route for heat with a patent design that works with the movement of your boat. The result is a more balanced live well environment for days when the heat is on, and not just at the weigh-in. VT2 works as you win. Get yours today at newproproducts.com.
Reese Tire Service, 46 Lake Wanda Reed Road, Summerville, Georgia. Give them a call at 706-857-1566. At Reese Tire Center, we provide new tires to customers in Summerville, Chattanooga, Rome, and surrounding areas. Visit our website at reacetireservice.com and use the Consumer Tire Guide to learn more about tires. Reese Tire handles all brands at great prices. Tell them Pat Rose sent you.